Is your magic meter running low? Well, we've got a cure for you. Welcome to Disney Coast to Coast.
Hey folks, and welcome to Disney Coast to Coast, the ultimate unofficial Disney fan podcast. I'm Jeff DePaoli.
And I'm Patrick Dougal.
And today we're going to go on a cruise around the world.
We are?
Not really.
Oh no.
But we're going to be talking about the Disney Cruise Line, which has become like a huge part of the company.
Yeah.
It used to be this little thing that had,
Two ships,
had very specific places that they went, and now it's like really global, and 4 ships, and it's become huge. I have taken one of the cruises years ago, back when there were 2 ships. You've been on one of the ships.
Been on one for like 5 hours.
and so like we haven't totally experienced it, but of course through the magic of the internet, there's a bunch of info out there about them. So we're just we're going to talk about our impressions of the Disney Cruise Line, and I know you're like dying to go on one.
Yeah.
Like
I'd want to go on one.
Yeah. I don't know if I am actually curious to do another cruise to see how it compares to the Disney cruise, because I remember as a kid wanting to stay at Walt Disney World more than go on the cruise. So as an adult, I feel like maybe I would like to go on the cruise again and experience it. But
see, like I guess I'm the opposite, because I've been on Royal Caribbean, I've been on Norwegian, I've been on a couple, but I've never been sailed on a Disney cruise.
Yeah. So in any case, we're going to try and bring some of that magic to the show today. And it started, of course, with the Magic and the Wonder, which could hold 2,400 people on it. It's quite a few people. Then years later, the Dream and the Fantasy came along. That can hold 4,100 people on it.
A lot bigger.
So it's quite a bit bigger. But let's start with the Disney Magic, which, of course, was the first of the ships.
Magic.
And which ship were you on?
I went on the Dream.
The Dream. I believe I was on the Wonder. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But in any case, the Magic is currently, well, not currently, but recently went through a reimagining, because since it was the first ship, they kind of had upgraded a bit and such. And these, I think, like the biggest things about the ships are the restaurants and the shows. At least for me. That's what I find the most interesting about them. And let's talk about, I think, the most famous restaurant, which is on all of the ships. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Animator's Palette?
Yes. Animator's Palette. This is a cool restaurant.
Yeah.
Did you go in it? Or see it or anything?
Yeah, but it obviously wasn't like happening.
Okay. So at the Animator's Palette, they do this cool thing where you walk into the restaurant, and tell me this, actually, I'm curious if other cruises do this. I have a feeling this is a cruise thing, but you have like scheduled dinners.
Yes.
Okay. And of course, it's all included in the price of the cruise. And so like you have a time you have to report to dinner. And on the Disney cruise lines, at least the smaller ones, I've heard some of the bigger ones not necessarily like this, but you have like the same waiter every night, and they kind of get to know your habits. I remember actually, because I would like order the same soda every night. And my last night, I remember going into the restaurant and being like, I'm going to drink something different, except the waiter already knew what I ordered every night. So he brought over my drink, and I was like, I didn't have the heart to tell him. I was like, I want something different, but I didn't. But in any case, Animator's Palette starts out black and white. And then by the end of your dinner, it turns into beautiful, beautiful color. And it's pretty cool, because like I remember halfway through the dinner, they would take your white napkins away from you and replace them with all colorful ones that had like paint splotches all over them.
It's not only like the walls that change colors, the waiters have like black and white like vests, and then they change into like colored vests. And I'm 99% sure that on the newer ships, the Fantasy Animated Palette there contains Turtle Talk. And then over on the Dream, they actually have, they give you a pencil and paper, and you draw a figure, and they put it into some machine, and your figure animates.
Yeah. So throughout the space, they have, monitors and such on the walls, and animations come to life, and yet they do it with your animation, which is pretty cool. I think it's the newer ships, but was it on the reimagined Magic as well?
It could be. I know it's definitely on the Dream.
Yeah. So that is probably that's my favorite themed restaurant from what I've read about and experienced. I think it's super cool. I loved that one. And the other thing is, so there's multiple restaurants and they tell you which one to go to each night. And I remember being like, no, I want to go back to Animated.
So it's funny, like, I know even in the garden one that they have one garden restaurant. And
yeah, that is on is it the Wonder?
Could be on the Dream. I feel like
it's the Enchanted Garden on the Dream.
Yeah, on the Dream. Like, this is another one of those restaurants that transforms as you eat, because you'll walk in and like there'll be like the lights are like in a flower that hasn't bloomed yet, and then like over dinner they'll like bloom and things will start growing, and it's like things are happening. I'm eating and things are happening.
And I know like the sun will change as well. The lighting in the restaurant changes. So like they are very good at that whole like transforming during dinner. And since I guess dinner happens several times a night, so like this transformation, you could just like hang out outside the restaurant and poke your head in and be like, wow, all night long.
Yeah.
But then you'd miss the shows, which is of course my favorite part of the
Is there any other ones with the unique restaurants?
Well, on the Magic they have Lumiere's, which is a pretty cool restaurant themed, of course, after Beauty and the Beast, Lumiere. And there's this restaurant, I don't know if I'm pronouncing this correctly. It's called Palo, or Palo, P-A-L-O.
I think
Palo. Probably Palo because it's Italian food, I believe.
I think it's Palo.
But this is actually an additional fee.
Yeah, I know there are a couple ones that are, like, obviously when you buy a cruise, your food is included. However, there are upcharge restaurants for fancier food if you want fancier food. I believe one of them has it might be this one, but I know one of them is also themed to like Ratatouille.
Yeah, that's Remy's. Yeah. That's a French restaurant called Remy's on a different ship. Which ship is that? Remy's is on the Disney Dream.
Yeah.
And these upcharge...
I know a lot of the Dream.
These upcharge restaurants tend to be adult-only restaurants as well. So if you want to escape the children, that's where you go. So it's pretty cool. So also on the Magic, I mentioned shows. Now, I actually didn't realize this because when I did the cruise, at the time, I believe you had the option of 4 nights or 4 days or 7 days on the cruise.
Okay.
And of course, we picked the 4 because we wanted to spend some time at Walt Disney World. But the amount of shows on the newer ships is far fewer than the older ships because I think the older ships are the ones traveling the world at this point. So you're on the ship more nights, more performances, but there's a bunch of shows. Let me go through this. There's one called All Aboard, Let the Magic Begin. Which
is that the Sail Away show?
It's called All Aboard, Let the Magic Begin.
I believe that's probably the Sail Away show.
When
you sail away and you go on the top deck and it's like, all Mickey and his friends are like, sailing away. I don't know how that go. So it could go like that.
So there's that, and then there's Disney Dreams and Enchanted Classic, which a lot of these are just like your typical
medley
Disney review shows. Pish posh. I'm sure they would love to be described that way.
This is the pish posh of everything.
Little pish posh. And so there's as I said, there's that Remember the Magic, A Final Farewell, which I would assume would be your last night on the ship. And now, we were talking about Tangled the Musical in one of our episodes. I'm actually read on the Disney Cruise Line website that it's going to be on 2 of their ships, which was surprising to me because I read
all that was announced was Magic.
That's what I thought. So the Disney Magic, and then later on, unless the website has a mistake, the Disney Dream also had Tangled the Musical listed. So I don't know if that was a mistake or not, but it's happening. Well, according to the website, it's happening. Yeah. And Twice Charmed, an original twist on the Cinderella story, which I think actually kind of sounds cool. Which
now are these all still airing or past?
They're all on the website as of right now.
Cool.
So I'm assuming that, obviously if you go on a shorter cruise, you're not going to get all the shows.
Yeah. But and some shows are specific to that cruise. I know like the Wonder's the only one still doing like the Toy Story musical and whatnot.
Yeah. And then Villains Tonight, which sounds, it's villains. So
and that's the one getting the axe for Tangled.
Getting the axe for Tangled, but currently both on the website. So maybe it's sticking around for the longer cruises. I don't know. But
they'll probably continue that show up until Tangled's release in November.
Yeah. So there's all that. And then
I think one of the main ones, I think the one main show that's across all 4 cruises is the Golden Mickeys,
No, it's not. In fact, that's not on the Magic, according to their website.
Oh, okay.
So, but the Golden
Sorry,
Mickeys...
Magic.
Yeah, that's all right. Then, of course, after the Disney Magic was the Disney Wonder, which, as I mentioned, I believe it's the ship I went on. I'm not 100% sure. So. But Animator's Palette is still there. Apollo is still there. And their kind of additional unique restaurant is Triton's.
Ooh.
Which, of course.
That sounds cool.
Now, Triton's, I wish I had checked out the menu on the website because I wonder if there's fish. If there is, that's a little like cannibalistic, isn't it? They should serve humans because... That's really weird of me to say.
Yeah. Anyway.
But my thinking behind that is the fact that if King Triton is the chef, he wouldn't be serving his own kind, but he hates humans, so he would hunt humans and serve us.
I think it's just the name.
Oh, all right.
So
I'm reading too much into it?
Too much.
Okay. So Triton's.
Yeah, seafood. Sounds like it'd be seafood.
Yeah, first of all, let me just say, this is like just touching the surface of restaurants.
Yeah.
There are so many food options. It's crazy.
There's always these are all like the sit down restaurants. Yeah. Always like on the top level, they have the buffet area open, which it was Nemo themed on the Dream. So that's fun.
A lot of seafood.
Yeah.
That's so weird. It's a Nemo theme, but you're eating Nemo and his friends.
He was so good.
Oh, gross.
Of course, none of the kids are eating fish. Come on.
Nor am I. But yeah, so there's ice cream. It's pretty much nonstop food on.
This is the best part. Like, let's be honest.
It's like a fat kid's dream.
Yep.
You're so fat, Patrick.
No.
And let's see. So the Wonder, I mentioned some of the shows on there. All Aboard, Let the Magic Begin. Once again, Disney Dreams, an Enchanted Classic. Golden Mickey's.
Yay!
What do you know about that show?
I just know it's their most popular one.
That's their most popular show?
I think so.
That's shocking.
Because it is that classic medley of Disney.
The pish posh?
The Disney fun.
A Disney pish posh of magic.
Yes,
that's their official
the
slogan. Yep, the official slogan of Golden Mickey's. Remember the magic of Final Farewell. And the thing that excites me, which was not on the ship when I was there, but Toy Story the Musical. Mm-hmm. I would really like to see this. I think it was the first D23 Expo. I actually went to a panel with the creators of Toy Story the Musical, and they kind of did like a concert version and told us about the making of it. And I just want to see it because I really love Finding Nemo the Musical at Disney's Animal Kingdom. So I think I would enjoy Toy Story the Musical.
I have not seen it.
Now, one of the cool things about these are that, they all take place in the same theater. Mm-hmm. So these are shows that have to change nightly. So it's kind of fun to see how creative they get as far as building the sets. And I know for Toy Story, like a lot of the costumes are inflatable. I think Ham especially is like a very inflatable character, and Rex as well. And like, because they have to collapse and store them somewhere, and they don't have all the space in the world. It's a ship, so it's kind of cool to see how they get around that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And every night you're going to the same theater and getting a whole new show.
It's fun.
It's my favorite part of the cruise, even more than the food everywhere.
I love the food.
Of course,
I love the food.
What if they? Well, actually, I was gonna say, what if they showed Aladdin on the ship? But they do on a different ship. Which one do you choose, Aladdin or food?
Can I eat food while watching Aladdin?
Nope, no food allowed in the theater. No food or photography of any sort.
I mean, obviously I'll see the show, but I'll eat before and after.
And after.
And is there intermission? Intermission. No, it's only like 45 minutes.
I think they're 45 to 50 minutes each show. So let's see. So that was The Wonder.
Uh-huh.
On the Disney Dream.
Yes.
Animator's Palette. Woohoo!
Yay.
That is literally on every ship, as it should be. And the Enchanted Garden, as we were talking about earlier. And Paulo is back there. This is the ship that has Remy. Mm-hmm. And this is named after the character from Ratatouille. Now, I don't believe there's a restaurant at Disneyland Paris where there's a little animatronic Remy.
A while ago.
He's gone?
He's gone, yeah.
They killed him?
No, he's gone. He's just back in the kitchen.
Really? Why'd they get rid of him? Was he not working properly?
No, he was. This was like a year and a half ago, maybe.
Oh.
Welcome to the party.
Sad.
Yeah.
I don't frequent Disneyland Paris, so. But I was gonna say I don't think that he appears in this restaurant. This seems like a very high class.
Yes.
French food. This is an add-on fee, I believe. Yeah, this is an add-on fee. This is adult only, so it's Yeah, it's not going to be kid-like. And there's a restaurant called Royal Palace, which I think is very like typical Disney with the princess stuff, and that's one of their normal restaurants. And their shows include Disney's Believe and the Golden Mickeys,
Yay.
Pish Posh of Magic,
Yep.
Tangled the Musical, and
In November, maybe.
yep,
Possibly.
yeah,
Stay tuned.
and the one of the cool things on this ship, or the two newer ships really, is the Aqueduct.
Yes.
Which is, what they call it, like a water roller coaster, don't they? I think they use the word roller coaster to describe it. It's not. It's a water slide, essentially. But the cool thing about it is that like it goes off over the edge of the ship.
And
it's a clear tube.
clear tube, yeah.
I actually get like claustrophobic in those tubes, so I don't know how well I would do it, but I will say that kind of seems awesome.
Yeah. Especially if you do it like right at like a sunset. Pretty cool.
Or in the pitch dark. What?
Scary.
You're scared of the open ocean, aren't you?
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean, who's like, yes, I love the open ocean.
I actually do. Like being like as long as I'm on a ship.
Yeah, like that's fine. Like, but just like in general, like
I love the ocean. The ocean, I can't even tell you, puts me in like such a zen state. It's crazy. I love the ocean.
I'll stay on the ship.
Okay. It's because you worked Jaws far too many years.
I'll stay on the ship.
That's funny. And then, of course, there's the Disney Fantasy, which also has Remy, also has the Animator's Palette, also has Paulo, has something cool I want to check out, and that is the Skyline Bar.
Yeah.
Think.
Was I on the Fantasy?
Oh, maybe.
Does the Dream have the Skyline Bar?
Not that I know of.
Then apparently I was on the Fantasy, because I
Okay.
totally went into the Skyline Bar.
Okay, maybe you were on the Fantasy then.
No, I was on the Dream.
Okay, well, then apparently the Dream has it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. 2 chances for the Skyline Bar, which is...
I'm gonna check it right now.
Check it. Google it.
I was on the Dream.
Cool. And this is a bar, but one of the cool things is you basically get like the most beautiful cityscapes anywhere because it's obviously television monitors. You're
Yeah.
out in the ocean, but they show, I believe, New York and Paris and
Tokyo, and
oh,
it's pretty cool.
it looks pretty darn
And then
cool.
even like, and then they do a completely 180, and I blanking on the name, but it's like a pink champagne bar.
Oh, it's called Pink, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. So they're like right next to each other. So like champagne bar.
Skyline
Cool
Bar.
stuff.
All the way. And they have something called the Tube Club on this ship, which looks like a really cool club. They have that's the thing about these ships. Like if you go on the website and check out all the stuff to do, you've got the spas, you've got the clubs, you've got comedy clubs, you've got adult only areas, you've got like children only areas, you've got teenager only areas, which must be such an annoying place to hang out.
And then there's food.
And then there's a lot of food.
You'll find me.
And they all have like cool pool areas.
Yeah.
And there's no way, even if you're taking a 7-day cruise, no way you could experience it all.
They even, I think one of the fun things, although if you don't want to waste your time doing it, depending on when you go, they do have a movie theater that is always showing the latest Disney movie release for free.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know if I would waste my time doing that, to be honest.
I mean, if like the movie came out and you're like, oh, I'm going on a 7-day cruise, but Avengers just came out and I want to watch Avengers, hey, look, it's right there. And I believe in your cabin, there's unlimited Disney movies on demand.
Yes, some of the older ships, I don't know if they've switched over, but on the older ships, they used to just play Disney movies on a loop. I know the newer ships and maybe the older ships have switched over since then. It's on demand. It's basically like Netflix, but it's not Netflix, and it's just all Disney movies.
But if you want to sit in your cabin and watch Disney movies all day, I don't recommend it, but you could.
Yeah, cabins are always small on those ships. One of the cool things on the newer ships is, so obviously not all the rooms have a porthole to the outside world.
Yeah.
But on the newer ships, they do, because they have like basically monitors, and you'll see the ocean, and then like characters from Finding Nemo and stuff will appear on the monitors, and it's so cool.
It's fun.
It's Disney magic is what it really is.
It is. So we were talking about entertainment earlier and the shows they have on the ship, but not only that, they also have, just like any other Disney parks, regular meet and greets in the area scheduled. So, of course, you can meet your favorite princesses and Jack Sparrow and your favorite Fab Five. And even on Pacific nights, they do have like a pirate night. And of course, we've talked about the fact that Star Wars is coming to the ships and Frozen. So there's like bountiful amounts of entertainment.
Tons. And what I find interesting is I kind of always felt like doing a Disney cruise was kind of like a one-time thing. It's like you do it and you've done it. Now it's like, okay, there are 4 ships that at least I'd say, even if you're not going to do all 4, there's the older and there's the newer. So you're going to have those 2 very different experiences. But on top of that, it's just now there's so many unique events going on. As you said, Star Wars and Tangled and stuff. So I feel like, and I never thought like the marketing would go this way. I always thought it would be like try to get new customers, but I guess it makes sense. Now they're trying to get people to come back and return. I just feel like it's really hard to schedule a cruise to coincide with those special events. Like, I feel like if I were going to do it, it'd be like, oh, I just happen to be here on Star Wars cruise. But so yeah, there's a lot of unique stuff going on now.
Yeah, and I believe still, I know, unless Royal Caribbean kind of got into it, but I believe Disney Cruise Line is the only one that does fireworks out on sea as well.
Which I did not see. I don't know if they weren't doing at that point.
It's still fairly new within the past couple years.
Okay, and I don't think it's like in every night or even every cruise thing.
It's usually like one night during like the pirate party or say whatever.
Yeah, that is something I definitely want to experience sometime because I love fireworks.
And over the
ocean, nothing's gonna catch on fire. It is a little reminiscent of Titanic, but I guess we don't have to go that direction.
But it's fun.
But yeah, just no white fireworks, perhaps. Yeah, and I definitely want to check out the fireworks. And if you don't know, Disney owns their own island.
Yes.
It's called
Castaway Cay.
Castaway Cay, spelled Key. It's Castaway Cay spelled Cay.
Yeah.
So this is their private island in the Bahamas.
Now, unfortunately, you can only go to it if you're doing a Caribbean cruise line because obviously it's in the Caribbean.
Now, when it first opened, the thing was like all of the cruise ships went there. So the 2 ships. Now, since they're going all over the world, they're not all making a pit stop in the Bahamas.
No.
But I would not be surprised if they end up owning an island in every corner of the world at some point. But yeah, Castaway Cay is pretty cool. They have like a family beach area and they have an adult-only beach area. And it's just, it's a beach.
I believe they even still have the prop replica ship from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, is it still there? I remember that was there for a while. I don't know if that's still there.
It could not be. I know at some point it was.
The Black Pearl was there at some point.
I know the Flying Dutchman was there as well. Yeah. So that could be still there.
Could or could not be.
Not sure. But I do know they're adding a Olaf restaurant thing.
An Olaf non-alcoholic drinks bar.
Olaf Summer.
In summer.
Yeah. Funness.
That's an official word.
It is. I think the best part of like getting off the ship is right when you get off. They have like Goofy and Stitch in like swimming gear, and they're like, "Come on, let's go."
On Castaway Cay, there's a lot. I do remember a lot of characters being there, which is cool. And it's if you like to be a beach bum, it's a good thing.
I actually like, as much as I like, it's cruises are like getting to the ports and discovering things. I actually prefer just to stay on the ship.
Stay on the ship. First of all, it's safer because let's face it.
Unless you're just going to Castaway Cay in like one of those like 3 days.
Totally. Yeah, I actually remember when we went. We obviously got off at Castaway Cay, but one of the other stops, we got off and quickly turned around. It was my parents with 5 children.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, no, stay.
We're going back on the cruise.
Staying with Disney. So, plus, like I said before, there's no way you could see it all. Like, there's no way. And it's fun. And everything's all-inclusive for the most part. So,
do you have a favorite key thing about the cruise ship?
I mean, it's the shows. It's always, for me, it always comes down to live entertainment. I do remember when I went on the Wonder, there was a show that was like about a dragon or something, and it was a completely original musical. And I wish they'd sold the soundtrack to it because I have no memory of it. And of course, no recording is allowed in the theaters. So like these aren't things you can find on YouTube. And it's just kind of like lost in time for me, unfortunately. I love the shows. I would love to see Toy Story the musical. I would love to see Tangled the musical. It's the shows. How about you?
Well, I'm just talking about a little favorite thing that makes other cruise ships different is Disney Cruise Line's horns are amazing.
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
So normal cruise ships' horns are just the. Of course, these Disney cruise ships, they play little tunes, and the best video I've ever seen is there was one cruise crossing where somehow the schedules lined up, and the Fantasy and the Dream crossed each other, and they had a horn battle.
Oh.
And it was just the funnest video.
That's on YouTube?
Yeah, I've ever. If you probably look up Disney Cruise Line horn battle or something,
That's awesome.
you just see like the two cruise ships like going back and forth on their horns.
That's really cool.
So much fun.
That's
So
cool.
much fun.
Anyway, folks, is there anything else you want to say about Disney cruises?
There's so much, but
There really is. It's a lot of eating, a lot of entertainment, a lot of activity, and I hope you get to experience one someday.
I know a lot of they are really trying to get people. Not that they need people on these cruises, but a lot of the package deals is you can get park tickets and go on a cruise ship as a one-time deal in Orlando area. So that's an option as well if you want to hit up both parks.
That's how I did it. And the I was gonna say, is there a specific ship that you would like to go on?
I mean, of course, maybe the newer ones, but Fantasy or Dream, but I mean, I really want to see the Tangled musical, so
So probably the Dream.
I'll wait till maybe November, pop on there.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned the Aladdin the musical is on the Fantasy. Did I mention that?
Now you did.
Aladdin the musical on the Fantasy. I wonder how close it is to the DCA show.
Special effects wise, probably not.
Yeah, probably no flying carpet over the audience, but yeah.
Maybe it's close.
I wonder if Lucky Bird behind the gilded cage.
Inside a gilded cage.
Inside, sorry.
Why would it be behind the cage?
Lucky Bird inside a gilded cage.
Can you imagine? We'll just put you behind the cage. Go on, put you
Hey,
inside.
she wanted him to be free. She wanted the bird to be free. Anywho, shall we hit some trivia?
Yes.
Trivia. I'm gonna start with you.
Go ahead.
I've actually kind of got a bunch of trivia here. Well, we already
Okay.
we already mentioned the order of the ships, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that was the
Magic, Wonder, Dream, Fantasy.
Do you know the years?
Beep, beep. I know 2010 was a Dream.
That is incorrect.
2011.
2011 is the dream.
2012 Fantasy.
Yep. So let's start with the first two.
Yeah. Those two. So 11, 12.
Mm-hmm.
And then were Magic and Wonder 2 different years? But
Yes. Yep.
2000.
No.
1997?
Close.
8
98
and 99.
and 99. Magic was 98, Wonder was 99, Dream was 2011, Fantasy was 2012. And I've got another question, but if it's your trivia question,
It's not.
Okay. Was
Godmothers?
No, we already did that trivia question.
I know.
No, the back of each ship has the name of the ship on it, and it has a Disney character statue. Do you know which characters are with which ships?
Dream has the Fantasia broom and buckets.
Yeah, it has, and as well as Sorcerer Mickey.
Sorcerer Mickey.
Yep.
Fantasy has Dumbo.
And Timothy, yep.
One of them has Tinkerbell.
No.
I only know the newer ones. Wait. Ariel.
No Ariel. I think she may be on the front of the ship. I don't know.
I can see the back of the 2 new ones.
You know what? I think I was actually on the Magic, not the Wonder, because I remember this character on my ship. It's Goofy. Goofy is on the Magic.
Okay.
And then the Wonder
Pluto?
No, it has Donald and Dewey. I know it's Dewey because he has a red shirt.
Fun.
So yeah.
Cool.
Anywho.
So I kind of have a similar-ish question.
Oh, you should have told me. I would have stopped.
No. It's just similar-ish.
Okay.
In the cruise line, when you walk in from boarding, you enter the atrium.
Oh, okay. The statues.
And each cruise ship has a different statue in the atrium.
Okay.
Do you know what statues are on which cruise ship?
The Magic is Mickey, right?
The Magic is Mickey.
Okay.
He's in like a raincoat and he has like a little steering wheel.
I'm going to say the Wonder is Minnie.
Nope.
Is Minnie any of them?
Yes.
Minnie is the Fantasy.
Yes.
Okay. And that's the newest ship, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Minnie Fantasy,
Mickey is the
Magic.
oldest.
Okay.
Minnie's on the newest.
So then there's the Wonder and the Dream. So the Wonder, are they Fab Five or do we?
One of them is.
Okay.
The other is not.
Okay. Of the Fab Five, I want to say Donald is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna guess the Wonder.
Nope.
Okay, he's the Dream.
Yes.
So Donald's the Dream.
His little sailor hat on.
Minnie's the Fantasy. Mickey is the Magic, and the
Wonder
is Wayne Zelinsky.
Nope.
No, from Honey I Shrunk the Kids.
No.
Oh. I keep wanting to say Daisy, but it's not Daisy.
Nope. It's
not a Fab
animated movie character.
Is it Lumiere? Is it Ariel?
It is Ariel.
Ariel. Oh,
Sea Ocean. Why not?
my girl.
So Ariel, Minnie. It's Mickey.
Mickey, Ariel,
Donald, Minnie.
Cool.
Next one. Who do you want to see?
Wayne Zelinsky.
It's not gonna happen.
Who do you want to see?
I don't know.
Ratatouille.
It's gonna be like Anna and Elsa. Watch.
Maleficent. Wayne Zelinsky.
Anyway, we're blanking.
Folks, tune in. Everything we do at DisneyCoastToCoast.com. Till next time. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Disney Coast to Coast. Have a magical day.